This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by
Factor 75. Get fresh meals delivered to your door. Use code MMA Nuts for $40 off your first 2 weeks.
Smart Home, an easy-to-use source for lighting, security, and home entertainment products that the average do-it-yourselfer can safely install. Get 10% off with code MMA Nuts 10. Liquid Web, one of the top hosting providers. Save 34% off hosting with code MMAN34OFF. Keep Solid VPN. Stay anonymous and untracked. Get 10% off with code MMAVPN Unlimited 10. Defense Soap, the ultimate soap for wrestlers, jiu-jitsu, and MMA athletes with the new peppermint oil bars and shower gel. Use code MMA Nuts for 15% off. Hey fans, this is MMA Nuts, episode 418.
418.
My name is Ingo Weigel.
Matt Griffin, MMA show by fans, for fans, walk line between serious and ridiculous. What's going on?
Nothing.
I say nothing.
Nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening here in the Chicagoland area. Hey, how about it's a Tuesday where we didn't have a fucking ice storm or some kind of weather disaster or catastrophe?
I thought it was going to happen. It was snowing earlier.
3 weeks in a row, I thought, right?
Yeah, almost 4.
God damn it. Every time we want to fucking film a show.
Yeah, so far in the clear, we'll see if this winter will ever break. It's about to be March, so I'm hoping we're going to get
a blizzard shortly.
The days are getting longer, though, which is a good thing. We're getting 2 minutes and 39 seconds every day. So if you can,
does it stop ever, or does it keep going?
Till the summer, I think middle of July, and then we start losing minutes, and then it goes until December, and then it recycles again.
Great.
So if you notice, the days are longer. The nights are
I don't
shorter.
notice these things.
Because you're in the basement. That's good. Do you ever leave your basement?
Occasionally. Sometimes I walk outside. I go, it's a little too cold out here. I think I'm going to stay in all day.
Again.
Again. You're going to do a lot of walk it off?
Yes.
You know, it is what it is, right?
Speaking of swollen balls, let's go talk about UFC 235.
Yeah. It's finally, it looks like a fucking solid card for the first time in a while.
Yes.
Do you want to just talk about the main event and then...
Yeah.
I think we'll just go a little deep. So we got, I want to just say this too, because there's 2 title fights on the line. You all right?
I'm okay.
All right. There's 2 title fights.
Go ahead.
On the line. You could be okay.
Yes.
He's got the goofies already. Fucking 2 minutes in.
Go ahead. It's okay.
John Jones and Anthony Smith, and you have Woodley and Usman.
Yes.
But I want to say, I feel an upset coming tonight.
Do you really?
On that night. I don't know which fight yet, but let's talk about that main event. John Jones and Anthony Smith.
That's an interesting matchup. I think, of course, I'm going to have to pick against John Jones.
Does that work out for you every time?
So far, not so well. It's like your Cain Velasquez curse.
Yeah. I like that guy.
But I feel like my chances are much better in this fight. You got the young buck. You know, could go. What are the? Do we know the Vegas line on this thing?
John Jones is a heavy favorite, super heavy favorite. I think they said if you bet $100 on John Jones, you'd win about $11.
Whoa!
That's how big the favorite he is. But this is, when you think about these kind of fights, these are the kind of fights that I hope John Jones is preparing for, because it's one of those ones where you should just railroad the guy. Kind of like GSP versus Matt Serra. You should just railroad the guy, but then you have this fucking epic upset. And I feel this is one of those scenarios where it could happen.
It could.
I don't know, because I look at, you think over to John's side, you know, how much time has that guy spent on the sidelines and going, fuck, man, I've wasted maybe half of my fighting career because I've been suspended or whatnot. So I think that's why he's also getting right back into the fight. You know, he just fought a few months ago and
right back in it.
Because I'm missing out. So I think he's training hard.
I hope
he is, right?
Yeah, it's hard to say.
And with Anthony, he's knocking a lot of people out in the first round.
I'm seeing an Anthony Smith KO here. I gotta say, not surprising.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I know you guys are not surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But I'm gonna go ahead and say I feel like it's gonna. I think it might be a fluke KO, like first 2 minutes, like a minute and a half in. You know, he might catch him with something.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, how do you, just even taking Anthony out of the equation, how do I beat John Jones in a fight? How do I beat him? Here's a guy who's never been defeated.
No, but I feel like certain guys have come close. You know,
Well, Gustafsson. I mean, I think we both agreed that the first time they fought, we both thought Gustafsson won that fight.
Yeah, was it Vitor Belfort or Machida who was? Did he fight Machida?
Machida.
Somebody was doing well against him, and then
both of them did well in that first round where Belfort had him in the armbar and fucked up his arm.
Thank you.
And then the first round in the Machida fight, Machida won that first round.
Yes.
But then John, his fight IQ is so off the charts that he's like, okay, I know what you're doing. And then second round just fucks him up, and then standing guillotine, dropped off. Like, who does this, man?
Face down, ass up, like later.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a brutal scene to watch, too. I don't think Machida was ever the same after that.
No.
When you get choked unconscious and dropped
and left off,
left for dead,
like you're dropping your kids off
like,
for the
bam,
bus stop,
later.
like see you later, or a puppy off a
you could have
bridge.
let him down gently. Was it necessary? Did he have to drop him so?
Well, he's kind of an asshole like that. I think he stepped on people a couple times too. After, I don't know if he did that to Rashad or Rampage. He did something where like, what are you doing?
Was that the stinky leg, Rashad? Did he stinky leg him? No. That was Rampage maybe, or Machida. I don't know. It's getting fuzzy. But you know, I think this smells like upset. I think you're right.
Something smells for sure. I don't know.
Is he going to pass the drug test?
Well, they said Nevada State. Well, I don't remember. Somebody said they're gonna. I thought it was Nevada State said they're gonna release his drug test results prior to the fight. So whatever that means. I don't know. Like holding it all.
Unless he fails.
Making sure it's all clean.
If he fails, they shouldn't release that shit because I want to see that fight no matter what.
Yeah. And, you know, I was looking at Anthony Smith's record and who he fought. You know, he's fought Josh Neer twice.
No, I didn't know that.
Josh Neer weighed 155 pounds. Like, how does Anthony Smith, who weighs 205, fighting Josh Neer? And I know Neer moved up to 170, but he's beat him once and lost to him once. And he also fought Roger Gracie and obviously lost that one.
In jiu-jitsu?
No, in MMA.
In the UFC?
No. He was in Strikeforce for a while.
Oh, okay. All right.
But, man, it's like, holy shit. I didn't realize like some of the people he's fought. But
he's had some road.
Yes. And he's looked good, but again, the people he beat were like shells of their former selves. So I'm going to go with John Jones in first round destruction. But I'm going to say I will not be surprised if he loses. One of these guys is losing. It's either John Jones or Tyron Woodley. You choose.
Who's Woodley fighting again?
Usman.
I think Woodley wins that one.
Well, he's been out for. Well, let's move into that. So we're going to talk Woodley and Usman just quickly, not detailed. But how long has Woodley been out for? About forever, right?
A year and a half, 2 years, something like that.
And I don't think he's been injured. No, he's just holding out for the best fight.
His mama doesn't want him to get any fights unless he gets paid.
Okay, that works out well. Yeah. Interim title.
That's right.
We'll just make another one.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Woodley will take that. As much as I dislike his persona, he's too damn athletic. He's too smart. I mean, he's got a lot of stuff going on for him. It's going to be hard to dethrone him.
Hopefully. I'm afraid of a boring fight here.
Well,
Woodley and boring fights are almost identical.
Hand in hand. He does whatever he needs to do to win, even if it's boring.
Well, that's I think the GSP effect, right?
Yes. Well, keeping the belt
at 170, right? You see, GSP did it. You saw Johnny Hendricks try to do it, and now fucking Tyron Woodley doing it. Like, I just need to do just enough.
Yeah.
To maintain.
Yeah.
The status quo.
Speaking of GSP, he just retired. So, I know, slide that in there while we're talking about him.
Oh, well, I'm going to talk about him later.
We will.
Too.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll come back to it.
Just so we could finish the card. And then, what about Robbie Lawler and Ben Askren?
See, that fight is a question mark. I don't know. Robbie says he's back. He's feeling good again. But I still say that fight with Rory McDonald.
I love it. You're so Brazilian.
I know, right? Rory McDonald. I think that took some miles off of him. Those two guys fucked each other up, and neither one has been the same since then. I don't know, man. I like Ben Askren's chances in this fight. I really do. And as much as I used to dislike him before, I wouldn't mind him giving Dana White a nice big shit sandwich while he's in the UFC. Because I'm kind of mad at Dana for all. I don't know if he's to blame for all this nonsense with everything that's going on with the UFC, but he's the last guy standing, so blame him.
Sure.
Right? So I hope Ben gives him a shit sandwich and just. But I love Robbie Lawler. Maybe he can just submit him or wrestle fuck him for like 3 rounds.
Who? who could submit.
I think Ben Askren wins via decision in that fight.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I agree with that, but it comes down to the takedown, right?
Yep.
If you don't get the takedown, now you're going to face Robbie in stand-up. Good fucking luck with that.
It's not good for you, man.
I think Askren is just too relentless with the takedowns, and even though this is his real fucking challenge, I mean, you can't say, like, out of all the people he fought in Pie Land, keeping that undefeated record, I don't think anybody was as qualified as a striker as Robbie Lawler.
No.
And as violent as a striker as Robbie Lawler.
Robbie's way dangerous.
Fuck,
it's ridiculous how dangerous
But
he
it's,
is.
again, it's what version of Robbie Lawler are we getting now? It's kind of like what version of Cain Velasquez are we getting? So I don't know where he's at. If it's prime Robbie Lawler versus, and wherever Askren is now too, because he's retired and coming back to fighting. So what level is he at? At least with Askren, he's training with Woodley. So he has top level competition. I don't remember who Robbie's training with. Is he American Top Team?
I'm not sure about that.
I don't know where he's at right now. So I'm going to go with Askren. I agree. A decision for Askren.
Nice.
And then other notable fights, we have Cody Garbrandt fighting on this card. You got Jeremy Stevens versus Zabit, something or other, last name. You got Johnny Walker, who's been knocking everybody out in the first round at 205. Then you have Diego Sanchez and Mickey Gall. Nice. Which should be a fun fight.
Be a barn burner.
I don't know why Diego's still fighting.
Could be fight of the year.
I'm really worried for that guy's health.
Yeah.
I think he crossed a point at some...
Yeah.
I think he was crazy coming in, right? Wasn't it, when did he start doing all that yes shit? Yes! Yes!
Before... I just remember watching him and Clay Guida just destroy each other.
Sure.
Like,
so many years ago.
And then BJ Penn fucked him up pretty good. I think it might have been that BJ Penn fight where he started doing the yes thing when he got his head split open.
Did he get head kicked in that one?
Yeah, he had a gash.
When does BJ Penn throw a fucking head kick?
I don't know. But
so you see, whack.
He did in that fight. Yeah. I mean, he's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But hey.
He's still happy.
He's a yes man and he loves Jesus.
And ice cream sandwiches.
And weed.
Hmm?
Yeah, he's a big weed proponent.
So now let's talk about the GSP.
Retired Thursday it was, right? Last Thursday. Decided he was going to hang things up. He's had a good career. He is done. That's it. Finito. How do you feel about it, Matt?
Well, I was going to ask you, what's your favorite GSP memory now that he's retired from the sport?
My favorite GSP memory?
I'm going to send you one.
You
can remember it.
Sending me? Not the BJ Penn fight.
No, that's one of mine.
That's one of yours. I hate that one.
Not that one.
I don't know. I like the Josh Koscheck when he jabbed
his fucking eye out.
Because I never liked Josh Koscheck. He seemed like kind of a dick, and it was kind of nice to see him do that.
How about this one? It wasn't this when he's in the corner. It's like, "I pulled my groin." And Greg Jackson, "I don't give a fuck. You go out there and you beat him with your groin, man."
That's right. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, GSP. My abductor.
Yeah.
His abductor. Also.
Who gives a shit, man? Get out there.
The ultimate.
And I think here's another guy who kind of did everything on his terms, right?
Yeah.
He's like, "Fuck the UFC. I'm just gonna walk away right now if I need to walk away."
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it, and I forgot what he really walked out with 2 losses, one to Matt Serra, one to Matt Hughes. Anybody named Matt?
You're fucked. Don't fight Matt.
Bitch.
Anyone named Matt? Exactly.
And he was exciting before he got the champ. Before he
Yeah.
became the champion, I remember him doing backflips and shit after he'd win, and he just got weird with. I want to win with taking the least amount of damage, but at the end of his career,
yeah,
like the Hendricks fight, all the punches he tallied up and took in that fight.
The last 3 fights of his career, he took more damage than all the other fights combined.
Yeah, up until he fought Michael Bisping when he came back.
Yes.
And then finished him. And it's almost unfortunate because here's the GSP who realized, I need to finish people now. Where was he fucking while he was champion?
That's a good question.
You know, that would have been, because I feel like he could have destroyed people if he wanted to. He could have finished people if he wanted to, but he was just trying to play like the highest percentage game of how do I win without losing.
Yeah.
You know, and it's in a Koscheck fight, I'm gonna jab his fucking face off. In other fights, it's I'm gonna get the takedowns and.
Or I remember, what was it, the British guy,
Dan Hardy.
Dan Hardy couldn't finish him
the armbar
because I think he's just too nice. Like he didn't want to break the arm.
Didn't want to break it.
No.
And
he should have broke that
kept,
fucking thing.
Like rotating it and trying to get different angles.
Yeah, no.
Hardy's pretty tough and he's not gonna tap, so you're in that weird. Yeah. Fuck.
Missing that killer instinct near the end of his career.
Yeah.
Too nice. But I always liked him, except when he fought BJ Penn. I'm still mad about that one. But yeah, I think he's had a good career, and I think he's going out on a good note. I think with the stomach issues he's had in the last fight and everything else, and all, I think it's a smart move.
Do you think he comes back?
No. I don't think he needs the money.
No, because think about the guy, right? When we talk about sponsorships, he was the guy who had the Gatorade,
Under Armour, right?
he had all.
Reebok,
he had,
maybe,
yeah.
before.
I think he was the first guy to legitimately have the massive brands backing him, and even when he walked away, they still stuck with him.
Yep.
So, holy shit.
I think he's fine financially, probably.
Oh yeah.
So, he had that crazy show on TV too. I don't know if he got paid for that, but
what was it about dinosaurs and
aliens,
paleontology?
Yeah,
and
it's weird.
Ancient aliens.
Ancient aliens. Some weird show. But,
and when he came back on the Rogan podcast, that was real interesting to hear him talk and open up on some more shit. And hopefully he'll come back again now that he's done fighting. I think he comes back for another fight.
Who's he gonna fight though?
Well, either Askren or Nurmagomedov.
Oof.
I don't want to see him fight Woodley.
No.
I want to see him fight more of the grappler-based guy. Probably, shit, I don't know which one I want more. Is it Nurmagomedov or Askren? Shit. I guess it depends what happens in this Lawler fight.
Yeah.
Right? I kind of want to see him fight Askren.
That'd be cool.
So, that's all I got about GSPs. So, let's get into some juicy shit now.
Well, since we're talking about GSP, can we talk about Matt Hughes?
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about.
So, there's been some shit that's gone down with Matt Hughes in the last week. He's had some restraining orders filed on him. His soon-to-be ex-wife, his brother, I think brother-in-law too, right? Or just brother?
I don't know. I'm going to read to you the details from TMZ. TMZ is reporting all this. So.
Perfect.
They said Audra, his wife, says shortly after he recovered from trauma in September or October of 2017, he roughed her up badly in the shower. Audra claims she refused to give Matt his truck keys, saying, I told him he can't have them because he shouldn't drive due to his DAI, his brain injury. She alleges Matt then snapped, choked her, and asked her for the code to his gun vault. When Audra refused again, she says Matt choked her again, smashed her head against the shower wall, and screamed, "This is what choking is." Audra says near a year later, on July 21st, 2018, Matt told her, "I'm gonna fucking shoot you," because she took his phone, claiming he was communicating with multiple women. Audra also says that a few minutes later, on December 12, 2018, Matt hit her in front of her son, their daughter, and her stepdad after she accused him of texting other women. Audra filed for a restraining order the following day, and a judge since ordered the fighter to stay at least 500 feet away from Audra and their children. And then Matt's twin brother, Mark Hughes, also filed a restraining order against a 45-year-old, alleging Matt roughed up his son and tried to destroy his tractor. Blah, 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 shook him, said that's his fucking tractor.
Yeah, apparently it was soaked in gasoline at some point, and it looked like he was trying to burn it or something.
Yeah, yeah. Like, so, oh, man. So both of them have restraining orders, and then if you want to know about the past of Matt Hughes, you can look up the Sean McCorkle book review of Matt Hughes, where Matt's talking about torturing baby pigs, potentially sexually assaulting women, and being an all-around fucking tool. So I think my biggest problem with all of this is, how do you fuck up a tractor?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
How do you fuck up a tractor? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, we tried to light it on fire, apparently. I mean, this all goes back to, I think we've talked about this many times. He's one of the original fighters. I would say that it's a combination of CTE from fighting and also his accident. And unfortunately, when you have such a major brain injury like that, he doesn't sound like he's himself in a lot of ways.
Fucking walk straight.
No, and it's unfortunate that his family has to do this, but when somebody is that far gone in certain situations, what else can you do? I mean, he's got a medical condition, but at the same time, his ex-wife, soon to be, has to look out for herself and her children, and his brother has to look out for his family. And if Matt's all fucked up, he maybe needs to get some help from somewhere.
Yeah, so it's like, what do you do with that guy? And does he have enough money from fighting to sustain him
Probably not.
into whatever the quality of life he's going to have right now? I have no idea.
Likely not. And, you know, if you
imagine the divorce, right? There goes a ton of your money. And
treatment.
You have no family support now.
No.
Because I think even in the book, they were talking about when Matt and his brother were younger and the dad tried to discipline them, that both of them beat the shit out of their dad and threatened to throw their mom out a window.
Sounds great.
Like, oh, those are quality human beings.
Yeah.
And then that separated the family there. So it's like there's a history of issues. And I don't know how you fix someone like that. Can you do some electric shock therapy? Like, what do you do to a person that is so far gone from CTE? You lock them up or what? Because
lock them up.
Where is this going to go?
Well,
I almost feel like you're on the, what is it? Who's the guy who's in jail? War Machine?
Oh, right. Yeah, right.
I feel like we're on that path
Could
right
be.
now, and
Sure.
the next thing is going to be he's either going to kill himself, kill someone else, or seriously injure someone.
True.
I mean, you see, there's a history of from childhood to now, and it's not getting better. And I think that fucking accident made it worse. So,
yeah, it's unfortunate. It's a sad story, but you know, we'll see how it unfolds overall. But you know, it's probably going to end poorly for him. The way this track is going, unless he gets some serious help and they figure out a way for him to. Here he goes. He's laughing in the track.
Does Jesus not love the guy? I mean, here's the guy. I'm sorry to make fun of this, but here's a guy who was so into Jesus and God and this and that. Does he have no love for the Matt Hughes?
Well, maybe he's testing him.
It seems like quite the test. It's like quite the test,
I don't know.
Mr. Hughes. I don't know what else to say about that. We should probably just move along.
Move on.
Move along. Ariel Helwani is reporting on
Still?
sometimes.
Okay.
Twice a day.
All right.
Well, with him it's usually 15. 20 times a day. And first report it! Dillion Danis has been suspended for 7 months and fined $7,500 for his part in the UFC 229 brawl. And the suspension is retroactive to October 6, 2018. So, you want to care to explain that to me? Why does a guy who gets assaulted get fined and suspended?
Because it's like high school. You're both fucked. No matter who hit who, you're both fucked.
So if I get raped and I'm in Nevada, so if Dillion Danis gets raped by Nurmagomedov just jams his cock into Dillion Danis' asshole.
Yes. Then he should definitely get fined.
$1 million fine, 2-year suspension for Danis.
Yes, for
And no criminal charges.
for allowing his asshole to be puckered
Penetrate
enough.
That's
to
his
be
fault. He
penetrated.
dressed seductively.
That's right. And
I saw him with that little
His asshole was
hair.
seductive, and his asshole was probably bleached
talking
too.
to him.
Bleached and shaved.
What was the movie where the asshole was talking?
Asshole.
It was a Jim Carrey movie.
Oh, Ace Ventura?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was probably doing a little that.
Yeah, maybe. Haven't seen those in a while, but okay. Whatever happened to Jim Carrey?
I don't know.
He went crazy.
Well, I think that's what Rogan always talks about, all the actors. They're all fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they have to be. You keep pretending you're somebody else, and then you don't know who you are at some point.
Yeah, well, some of the musician friends I talked to have told me that it seems like the greatest frontmen in music are always fucking weirdos in real life, because it's like their one space where they can be themselves on stage. So, but everywhere else they're weird. So maybe it's like one of those things, you know, where Jim Carrey feels most like himself being somebody else.
Yeah, and I think they even got too absorbed into the roles.
Did you see that documentary on Netflix?
Not yet, but
you need to watch that. You need to, like, you know, take some medicine and you will be like, whoa, it's fucking weird shit. When he's trying to be Andy Kaufman,
right? And they said what he stated in character
the whole
100% of the time. That's not healthy. He's just like, dude, let's just hang out. You know, you can get back into it. It's kind of like when we film the show. It's like everything's mellow, and then once we start, we're fucking up here, and then it comes back down. You don't need to stay. I couldn't run at this pace.
Oh, he does.
100% of the time.
He runs at that pace, man.
For months on end.
3 months or 4 months, whatever the taping was, in character.
No way.
Crazy, man.
No
way.
Hey. Moving right along. Got anything else?
I have some knowledge, but I'll save for later.
Okay. You see, Tyson Fury just signed a fight deal, multi-fight deal with ESPN, $103 million.
Whoa, I did not see that.
And the PFL signed a multi-year deal with ESPN too.
Whoa.
So it's almost like they're trying to become another combat sports home, because ESPN has UFC, PFL, Tyson Fury, and I don't know what else, probably a bunch of other shit. And I looked at DAZN. They have Bellator, Canelo Alvarez, Combate America, KSW, EFC, Road FC, and whatever Fight Night Global is. And then Fight Pass, UFC Fight Pass, has Roy Jones Boxing, Cage Warrior, Island Fights, Glory, Titan FC, and then all the goddamn grappling. So it's almost 3 competing services.
Similar programming.
Yeah. It's weird to see ESPN going so hard on the combat sports now, where I don't ever remember seeing anything on
not really.
A fucking Sports Center. Some of their top 10s has shit from MMA or UFC now in it.
It's pretty cool.
What the fuck's going on?
I like it. There's money in there, maybe. Is that why?
Well, seeing how they were losing all their viewership, right? Maybe combat sports is what's going to bring the people back in.
Could be.
I mean, from all the reports, everyone was saying that the ESPN Plus service brought in so many subscribers because of the UFC. It was just off the charts.
Huh. Who knew?
Yeah. Well, I didn't think it would be that big.
No.
Right? I think they were talking.
They've only had like one event so far, too. Weird.
Yeah, a couple. Like on the Plus.
Oh, or there was one,
just one on the huge ESPN itself. So.
Okay.
And then in the booty world, we have Mackenzie Dern giving us a nice money shot.
Oh, holy cannolis. I didn't realize she had that much booty.
Yeah, and then she destroyed it by telling everyone right after she posted that she's pregnant and taking a hiatus from combat sports and UFCs.
Well, she's pregnant?
Yeah, that's pregnant booty now. I feel dirty. I don't like it.
No?
I feel like I got tricked. You can't post that first, then tell me your ass is pregnant. Can you?
That is a nice ass, though.
I know.
Juicy pregnant ass. Oh, yeah.
Moving right along.
Let's move on.
Yeah, moving right along.
Okay.
Less is more. Anderson Silva is supposed to fight. Yeah. It's supposed to fight Jared Cannonier. Fuck, man. At UFC 237 in Rio de Janeiro.
In what, April?
Something like that. It's weird. They had some salaries for the last card, the Cain Velasquez fight. Cain made $450,000 for that fight.
For those couple of seconds.
Yeah. Ngannou $220,000.
Nice.
And then the other notable was Kron Gracie at $52,000.
Good for him.
And then let me pull this one up. I don't know if you saw this. There was this fight where somebody thought he was Anthony Showtime Pettis, so he's doing all sorts of bananas shit during the fight. I'm going, what the fuck are you doing?
Why did they stop it right there?
Oh, wait.
Oh, damn. These guys don't look like...
Fight part. See, he's like, what? Oh, that one didn't work out. The fuck?
What is happening?
Oh! I like that flying sidekick to the face.
That dude looks not in the same weight class as him.
Not so much.
It's fantastic. I like it. Hey, man, he's having fun.
That was Road FC. You know, I don't know what's going on, but what the fuck, man?
Doing crazy shit over there.
Hell yeah. And then we have tweet of the week. Speaking of the Sports Center, I only have one, but they're tweeting this one out. The flying mouth guard.
Oh, damn! That was awesome.
That was reminiscent of the, what was it? UFC Undisputed 3? Who made it? Was it THQ that made the good UFC game where every time you'd get a knockout, the fucking mouthpiece would go flying?
Every time.
It wasn't the EA version, but the one before. So that was pretty cool. But this is the kind of shit, like Sports Center tweeting that out. Very nice.
I like it. Good for them. Good for them.
Yes. We're making things happen. It's 2019.
Uh-huh.
Let's do some ass and nuts. Donald J. Turd asks, which is worth more, a UFC interim belt or a belt that you can go buy at KOHL'S?
UFC interim belt.
Yes.
By a little bit.
A little bit. Jaron Christian asks, why wouldn't the UFC make Khabib versus GSP fight happen? Seems like a great matchup.
GSP's retired.
Yeah, and we don't know what's happened with Khabib.
No.
I mean, the money, I think that fight is huge. I'd venture to say $2 million. $2 million pay-per-view buys, and go.
Probably.
Follow-up from Jaron. With Holloway moving to 155, what's next for the 145 title? I don't know if it's an official move yet, or if this is just a temporary, I'm coming up to try to get another belt.
Yeah.
If it's permanent, fuck, I don't know at 45. Ortega, Jose Aldo.
Ooh, I like Jose Aldo. Good call. I'm down for that. Let's do that.
What weight class is even in anymore?
All of them.
That's the problem. All these guys, I don't even know. Just fuck it. Jose Aldo! He can fight wherever he wants.
Uh-huh.
Helen Barao!
He's done. He should just retire.
Kevin Jones asks, he says, at what point will the commission start stepping in with older fighters who get KO'd multiple times in a year, looking out for their long-term health? Arlovski, Diego Sanchez, Nogueria. That's a good question. They don't.
They will not.
Why?
I don't think they want to get involved with the fighters' livelihoods.
But isn't that, because we were talking a couple weeks ago about Vanderlei Silva and Bellator. Remember, Bellator said, well, fucking, before he does any more fighting, because he has 17 of the 10 concussion symptoms, we're going to check him out. The same thing that UFC did.
Of the 10. Did you just say that?
Yeah. I was waiting for you to catch it. But,
like what?
Mark Hunt with the UFC, right? Fucking...
I'm stupid.
Yeah.
My brain
can't fight anymore. Fucking
Yeah.
steroids and stuff. So, they should. I don't think they ever are, which is unfortunate.
No.
I mean, how could you let Ken Shamrock versus Royce Gracie whenever that happened?
Right, good point.
Or Tito Ortiz versus Chuck Liddell. That Chuck Liddell fight never should happen.
No.
And that was California. There was an article written talking about the UFC had to move venues in Brazil because they were supposed to fight. Where was it? UFC 237 was because they couldn't fight and fill a 20,000 seat arena, so they moved it to, I think it was Rio de Janeiro. Okay. I don't know where it was, but basically the article was saying that UFC is falling in Brazil because there's no more idols.
Brazilian?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, is that true?
Could be.
There are no more idols? Because literally the only Brazilian champion right now is Amanda Nunes.
Uh-huh.
And Cyborg just lost, and outside of Mackenzie Dern, I mean, she's out forever. You know, who's left? You know, Jose Aldo, Anderson Silva, Damian Maia, Lyoto Machida, Vitor Belfort. But, Belfort may be signing with, I think, ONE FC. They're in talks. Lyoto's over in Bellator.
Uh-huh.
Anderson Silva at the end of his, he's fighting Jared Cannonier.
Right.
What the fuck is that?
Whoa.
Damian Maia, he's just kind of still in the top 10.
Lyoto Machida?
Yeah.
Okay. What about Jacare?
I don't know. I'd ask Rodrigo, Who's the Brazilian idol these days? I have no idea. I mean, there's up-and-coming guys still, too, but you don't have that long-established champion anymore.
No, you don't.
I don't know if Vanderlei Silva's in that. He's in the crazy category.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if he's in the idol category.
He lives in the U.S. now, though, I think. So is he really still Brazilian? Maybe
I don't know. He's 100% crazy.
True. Only 80% Brazilian.
Yeah, so I don't know if that is accurate, but it does seem that there's not as much interest in Brazil. But I don't know if that's just because of idols or I don't know.
Sign of the times, Matt.
How would you describe GSP's legacy?
MVP worthy, maybe greatest, maybe the GOAT. Could be potentially the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I don't think he gets enough credit.
Yeah, it depends what John Jones does. GSP could be the GOAT. It's possible.
He's in the discussion for sure, and a lot of people don't put him in there. Especially, I don't even think Rogan puts him in there, which pisses me off because he's always like, ugh, for anybody not named GSP.
Right.
Would a Smith win over John Jones be a bigger win than Sarah over GSP and become the biggest upset of all time?
Yeah, I think for sure.
So.
That tops a lot of things.
John's got literally 0 losses, but
yeah,
you know, I think so too. With the UFC and PFL being on ESPN, does that mean we're going to get a title fight and maybe at 155 pounds between Kyla Harrison and Chris Cyborg?
Ugh. Cyborg's been quiet since the whole loss.
We haven't
heard a thing about her. I don't know. Is she still fighting?
I think they're still trying to work out the contract details right now, but I wonder if both those properties are going to be on ESPN, if we're going to see a little maybe cross-promotion or a little sucking of fighters in and out.
Oh, yeah.
Since we're both on the same network.
Uh-huh.
And then Rodrigo Machado will close it out. It's time. Pound sign Nuts Roll. Pound sign Matt Rabe Train. Pound sign Ingo Sugar Daddy. Pound sign Tractor Rapist.
Fisting.
Matt Hughes, Tractor Rapist.
And fisting.
Are you fisting now?
/ anal gangbangs.
I saw a monkey fist a dog.
Ooh.
And then pull his hand out.
Willingly? Was the dog happy about it?
No.
That's too bad. That's called rape, Matt.
I'm going to post a video if I can remember.
Great. Is that even legal?
I don't know. If animal does it to another animal, I believe that's legal.
It's not bestiality?
In Illinois. No, I think bestiality is just human, not animal. Goldfish, it doesn't matter. You can put a goldfish in your ass.
What?
Good for you. Good for you. I got like some party, man.
How would the goldfish survive?
I've seen Steve-O swallow goldfish and then puke it up. The goldfish survived.
That's crazy.
So if you jam it up your ass, like a suppository, loaded with THC.
Goldfish enema?
Oh.
Okay. I'm on board.
Good luck with that. What do you think of this list that I made about the gatekeepers of the UFC today?
Okay.
Who do you think is accurate, and who do you guys think is wrong, and who would you guys suggest? Heavyweight, it's got Overeem. I agree with that. It's a pretty good gatekeeper. I don't have anybody else. Light heavyweight, OSP.
Yeah, I would say him or Glover Teixeira.
Yes. I had thought about people before. Because when I think of gatekeepers, I think of Damian Maia, unfortunately. I don't like to say that. Carlos Condit. That's 170, 55. Those are gatekeepers. More on his list. Middleweight, Derek Brunson.
Sure.
Welterweight, Magny or Maia. Lightweight, Gaethje or Barboza. Other weight class, I don't give a shit.
Thank you.
Perfect. I think that's pretty good.
I think Cowboy Cerrone might qualify.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that out of respect.
Yeah.
But I think he's in that category of. I think Tyron Woodley might be a gatekeeper.
Could be.
A champion gatekeeper. I don't know.
Ooh.
Would you rather forget how to speak or forget how to read?
Forget how to speak.
Yeah, you don't need to speak.
No, I don't. I just grunt. That's right.
Play the drums. Bongos. Buy or sell on which story you want to be told. Here we go. Donald Cerrone faces Conor McGregor, wins, gets paid, and retires and goes to the UFC Hall of Fame and tells a beautiful story of dedication and loyalty. Or Damian Maia goes in, another resurgence, fights Woodley again, wins, becomes champion, breaks the record of most submissions, has a career of a guy above his 40, and tells a beautiful story of perseverance and passion.
I mean, that's pretty easy.
What's that?
I'll take Damian Maia all day.
Okay. I was going to go with Donald Cerrone.
Oh, come on, Damian.
I passed on from Damian Maia. He is the most loved and respected, I think, fighter ever.
Yeah.
I think it's the fight between him and GSP. Maybe they should fight.
Ooh. I like
Even
that.
just a jiu-jitsu match. Well, that's not fair. Well, it could actually work out, though. GSP, we've seen a...
Gi or no gi?
No gi.
Ooh.
We've seen a high-level grappler neutralize the fucking jiu-jitsu guy.
Mm-hmm.
Hodger Gracie. Was it Tim Kennedy and Hodger Gracie in Strikeforce? A long time ago.
My watch is like...
Breathe!
You must breathe. How does it know I'm not breathing? It's weird.
Because you're listening intensely. Would you rather buy 10 things you don't need every time you go to the store? or always forget one thing that you need when you go to the store?
I'd rather forget one thing.
Yeah, I don't need to be coming home with 10 dildos every time I go. 9 acceptable, 10 unacceptable.
10 dildos would be fantastic. It would be fun.
Maybe.
Is it ass time now? Time to show ass? Is that right?
And what do you got? Fuck, Marry, Kill, Celebrity Edition number 34, Female Wrestlers number 14. So the first two girls we have front and back because I felt it necessary. So we're going to start with Alexa Bliss.
Hello.
So front and
a
little back.
Whoa. That's
Yeah.
a lot of back. Okay.
And then we'll go Becky Lynch.
Oh, I like Becky already. I like the hair. I'm going to marry Becky. I can tell you right now. Oh, that's unexpected. Okay. Hang on a second. Might have to rescind that.
And then Ruby Riott, we only have the front. So.
Yeah, we're going to marry Becky, kill Ruby, and fuck the first one. That is scary.
We're going to definitely... I couldn't even find a back shot of Ruby.
She looks scary.
She needs to die. And,
she might murder her penis.
Which one I like for? I'll fuck this one. Fuck Becky and then marry Alexa.
Okay, nice.
And some knowledge for
I do.
this week. What do you got?
So I have special
I hear music.
Red Hot Chili Peppers performance by one said gentleman, Luca Stricagnoli.
I can't play that.
No, why not?
It's gonna get us pulled.
He's playing the whole song by himself with a three-necked guitar.
I gotta check it out. That literally will get us pulled off of YouTube.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Even this?
La 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 la. I can't hear it.
You can't hear anything? Gotta turn it down?
We don't own that.
Oh.
It's music. That's a big one.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
So
I
sad.
want to take the chance.
Go to, if you're Red Hot Chili Peppers. Chili Peppers fan.
It's all about the dick.
Go to @Luca Stricagnoli and check it out. He plays like these guitars that are like bass guitar. There's like 6 necks and shit. He's playing like crazy ass songs. I don't even know how he does all this. I mean, how does he come up with it? I have no idea, but it sounds fantastic. Can you show the video?
Yeah,
okay.
I can put the video up, just not what he's actually playing unless I put some of the copyright music that we own up over that. So I can make it sound like he's playing something fantastic, which I will do.
Okay, my bad. Sorry about that. I figured since it was a rendition of his own shit, it's no.
You might be all right. I'm just too hesitant to
Okay.
take any chance to get anything pulled.
All right, cool.
Let's see. My knowledge is credit to Edit King Boxing on Twitter.
Okay.
Said here's a boxer working on his jab. Do-do. Do-do. Do-do.
What the fuck am I? What is happening?
The boxer working on his jab, man.
The dog. Fondling a dildo.
Get it! Come on, man! You know, there's a theme with our show of late. A lot of dildos.
Dildos.
Like, we've been like 3 or 4 weeks running with dildos.
Dicks and ass and.
Hey, that's not my fault.
You're the one who just showed the video.
I did not. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey,
I'm just sitting here
minding your own.
minding my
dildos.
own bizwag or whatever.
He's
that
minding
is.
his own dildos.
I know.
Wow. Is that where we're at? Next thing you know, you'll be putting gerbils in your ass.
The next thing you know, I'm gonna hit a button and a fucking box of dicks are gonna drop down from the ceiling at random lengths. Just be hanging, and then maybe we could get a bunch of dildos. You ever see those balls that are connected to strings, and you hit one ball and it hits the others?
Yeah.
They come back. Maybe we could do that with
Dildos? They have to be metallic dildos.
Yeah, they have to be made out of metal.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Does someone have a 3D printer? We can print a bunch of
metallic dildos.
big metal dildos.
I don't think they have metal printers. I think it's made of some weird plastic thing.
Because you need that. Carry the momentum.
If you
kind of
guys,
shit.
yeah, if you know where we can get metal dildos, let us know.
It's kind of like this one.
He's such a child. I love it.
Just take the shit.
Wow.
I don't get how much.
Alrighty then.
Shut down.
That has been this week's edition of MMA Nuts. Hopefully we don't get banned or pulled off YouTube. My name is Ingo Weigold.
Now, Griffin. Thanks for playing.